When I first started this channel all the way back in the year of 2009 at the age of 10, I never thought I would make it this far. Or at least that's what I thought when I grew up. Since my child self started this channel with the sole purpose of becoming a big name Let's Player like my idol Chugga Conroy, buying two separate video cameras for that sole purpose of recording myself playing games while doing commentary. And well, it's pretty obvious that nothing came of this. And I kind of just moved on from my YouTube channel. It was something I did as a kid for a brief time and just didn't continue with it. But I did never completely abandon it. I still held on to it. And I always held the idea of one day maybe I would return to it. And well, it's pretty obvious that I did. And from this return, I have finally managed to achieve the goal that I set for myself. 1,000 subscribers. A goal that, according to my time calculator here, has taken me 16 years, 2 months, and 23 days. Or 24 days if you count the day that it actually happened. But still, better late than never. Thank you all for subscribing over all these many years. And well, I thought it'd be fun to celebrate this by going through the journey of how I got here, and how I started off making videos and how I make them today, as well as the other stuff that I learned while working on YouTube. And to do this, we're going to start where my YouTube channel restarts properly, skipping over the stuff that I did as a kid, as well as when my channel was dormant, and also skipping over my dumb idea to try and make this into a long play channel. So then we find ourselves at the date of May 23rd, 2019, the day I posted my first real video, that being a review of the Game Boy Advance version of Battle for Bikini Bottom, a video that at the time I was very happy to have made. Learning the process of making a video, writing a script, then editing it, then getting the gameplay, and then narrating over it, then putting it all together to make, well, the review. And then the best part was I created a template for myself for all my future reviews. But despite all that good stuff starting there, looking back on my first video, it's just a really bad video. With like no transitions, bad gameplay being shown, me not being a good narrator, like stammering all over the place, and easily worst of all, the music being way too loud and you could barely hear me, if at all. But as I would continue to make videos, I would get better at editing and manage to get rid of those issues altogether. But if I'm being honest, I was never satisfied with the videos that I did make, due to feeling restricted by a script, and not being able to go into any direction that I wished. That and just a point of laziness that I didn't like to write scripts. So I started making videos in a way that I prefer, which is without a script and more off the cuff, where at most I'll just jot down a few lines of what I want to go over but not make a concrete script overall. Although most of the time it's barely anything written down, if anything. It's just I'll choose a topic or a game to review, then discuss what I feel I need to regarding that topic or game, and then be done with the video. And I'm very happy to have found this way of doing videos. I really do like doing it this way. Even if this way of making a video comes with its own set of problems, like even right now, where I have the ability to talk about whatever I want flexibility-wise, but then if I forget to put something in, then it just doesn't go in. Or I'll have something like right now where I need to surgically put in something that I did remember so it makes sense with the rest of the video. As well as another positive point of I learned that when I was working on bigger things, like bigger type of videos, to split them up into parts. That way I could put them out as separate videos and then put them all together when it was all said and done. And now back to where I was originally before I had to put this in here. But most importantly, I am happy that this translated very well into a short format, which, to begin, I always wanted to do something small while I worked on the bigger stuff. And if I'm being honest, shorts never really crossed my mind. They never seemed something that I really would have wanted to do. And I uploaded what I guess you can call a test short, which was just a dumb gameplay clip of me getting stuck in Dead Rising 4, with a joke title of calling it a good game because it is not. And well, like nearly instantaneously, that video went on to become one of my most successful videos on the channel at that point. And I was just genuinely surprised how much better shorts do than regular videos, or at least my regular videos. And that was just with a gameplay clip. Imagine if I actually made a proper short. And well, that leads me to what exactly came of this, which is my short series known as Random Gaming Thoughts, which just stem from the many different random thoughts that I have while playing games. And I would just start jotting them down into a Word document that I think is like at 60 pages at this point, and then I would just produce them into a proper short. And although I have had some success with my regular videos, it's no reason to ignore the fact that the reason I made it as far as I did is because of these shorts. I mean, I posted my first short on June 14th, 2023, and according to my analytics, I have managed to gain 556 subscribers from my shorts, which is just barely over half, and one half of my now 1,000 subscribers came from my shorts alone. And well, I am obviously happy with this result, especially more so since I do like doing these shorts, and the shorts themselves managing to hit that sweet spot of being something that's actually popular on my channel and I like doing, instead of it being something that I like to do but isn't popular, or something that is popular but I hate doing. And well, that kind of covers everything positive about my YouTube experience. Now to go over the negative stuff that I managed to learn, starting off here actually with my shorts success. That just simply being that success does not travel between your three types of content. And this is something I even see with other channels, where you might get big with one of your three types of content, a video, a short, or a post, but that's all you'll get. It will only be with that one particular type of content and not spread over to the other two, which I suppose makes sense algorithmically, with YouTube only wanting to promote what they think is gonna get clicks. But then that leads to like big channels getting a whole bunch of subscribers, and then you look at their video views and they have like jack shit. And it just sucks to put all your time into a video just for it not to get any views. But that's just the way YouTube is. Another thing that I learned is that a video is not done until it is completely done and uploaded. You could be 70%, 80%, 90% done with a video, but it's not done. People aren't watching it, it's not out yet. But more or less, that's just the usual YouTube stuff that everyone has to deal with. So then that brings me to my last negative point, which is a bit personal. That just simply being that I came to a realization of my videos just being stuff no one wants to watch. And when I really think about it, I don't really blame them. They're kind of just boring videos. And I don't have the resources or the people helping me or just the creative mind to make them more interesting. I mean, I make what I make, and although I like it, it doesn't mean it's gonna get views. It just sucks that with what I'm working with, what I make is like behind the times. I would even argue that true if this was like 10 years ago. That's just simply because YouTube itself is unrecognizable from what it used to be. And that necessarily isn't YouTube's fault, it's just that the website has become so big now that the idea of just working by yourself with one man and a camera won't be enough. Instead needing like a whole production crew like you're making a TV show or a movie. And although I would love to have that type of stuff, I don't. I just work with what I have and the few ideas that I have. Some ideas work, some don't, and that's really it. I just keep trying because there's really no other thing I can do, except give up, which I really don't want to do. I mean, at the end of the day, getting to 1,000 subscribers is a bit bittersweet, since this is probably the only goal I'll ever get. I mean, I've gotten enough subscribers to get monetization, but I'll never get the watch time. But at the same time, I'll just never know until it happens. And maybe the future does look brighter than I'm making it out to be. Since I do remember watching a YouTuber with like 100,000 subscribers say that the hardest thing you'll ever do is get your first 1,000. But in the end, that's all just stuff for the future. And as far as future goals go, these are the 7 that I want to hit. The first of which being 1,000 subscribers, which as of this video I obviously got. 1 million lifetime views on all my videos, which I'm surprised is as close as it is. So much to the point that I wouldn't be surprised if this one gets completed before this video comes out. Another one I wouldn't be surprised that gets completed is Random Gaming Thoughts number 500, which would just be a greatly, ridiculously high number of those to actually have been done. Next would be just another off-the-cuff review, because I'm at 49 now, so one more to even it all out. Two more redo reviews to get that at 5, one more video game music quiz because I love doing those to get at 5, and then part 3 of the one series that I'm doing right now, parts of games that I never got to see when growing up, which has been more or less delayed due to me needing to get specific gameplay footage. But other than that, I really don't know what to do with the channel after doing all these. I mean, maybe my big breakout video is still to come, or I still need to evolve more when it comes to making my videos, but in the end I'll be interested to see what happens regardless. But as for now, I have made it to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you all for helping me reach this goal, and thank you all for watching my videos. I just hope the growth from this point on is more rapid, and that's really all I gotta say. Thank you for watching.